Could soon be some big changes to airport security, despite objections from a bipartisan group of senators. The TSA wants to greatly expand its use of facial recognition technology, which is, by the way, already in place at more than 80 U.S. airports. Lawmakers argue that these face scans are a privacy violation and that passengers are not aware that they can opt out. The technology may sound like a thing of the future, but it's actually quite common. Several grocery stores, for instance, Fairway Market in New York City, use it to help stores reduce theft. Even NewsNation's Evan Lambert joining us live from Reagan National Airport in Washington with more on this. So the senator's objections here, Evan, to TSA is expanding the technology is a safety risk. It's a concern. What are they most worried about?
Yeah, Marnie, so really their concerns, which you just outlined, they did not even get a hearing when the bill that reauthorized the FAA, allowing it to operate for 5 more years, passed last night in the Senate. What that means practically with this facial recognition technology is that more Americans will be able to take their IDs, put them into a machine, walk up to a camera, and then have that camera verify that it is in fact their face, matches their ID, and then move them on through airport security. According to the TSA, this facial recognition technology in place already at 80 or so airports, that is expected to skyrocket despite those concerns from a bipartisan group of senators. TSA arguing that this frees up more resources and is faster and more efficient. The senators are concerned that Americans don't know that they can opt out of this facial recognition ID scanning. They can have a person look at their ID. Some also worry that the growing database that the government has access to of people's faces could be misused. An amendment to stop the technology from expanding didn't even get a vote before the bill that allows the FAA to operate passed last night. On the other hand, travel industry groups, they're all for this technology, saying without it, longer lines at U.S. airports could be the norm. But some lawmakers still have those concerns. We also heard from passengers on both sides of this issue.
I think in certain situations, it's a good tool to use, but it can very quickly be abused, like all things. And I'm worried about how they would treat people that opt out of it too.
They already see everything. They're going to see your picture on your ID. I feel like it might just be more efficient to get people through, because sometimes lines be brazy.
And in a statement to NewsNation, the TSA says, quote, TSA is using facial recognition technology at more than 80 airports across the country to improve transportation security, effectiveness, efficiency, and the passenger experience. This technology is optional for airline passengers. Now, the House is expected to pass the Senate's version of this FAA reauthorization sometime next week. It also includes some provisions that would force the FAA to hire more air traffic controllers, also new technology, investments in new technology that could help avoid runway collisions.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.